Yo, what's happening, people? It's the FA Cup sixth round, I think we're in, of the FA Cup this week. And Arsenal are the confirmed first team to qualify to the quarterfinals of this competition in a couple of weeks' time after beating Portsmouth 2-0 away from home. This is your match review. Yep, so a convincing 2-0 win for Arsenal away at Portsmouth, bouncing back from the horrific defeat in Europe to Olympiacos on Thursday. But we move, and we move through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Overall, for me, very happy with the performance, very happy with the way the team plays. Of course, much changed team from the team that lost in the Europa League last week, and a couple of new faces that haven't played much for Arsenal this season have come in. And yeah, as I said, he went for I think Saka, who started today, and David Luiz were the only two that started against Olympiacos, if I remember correctly, against Portsmouth today. And I think it's good. I think I like that, Arteta's rotated the team, as we've always been known to do. It's not new. Arsene Wenger always did it in the FA Cup, resting goalkeepers and resting players, and Emery did it as well when Arteta's following suit. And it's good to just get a feel of the second team, get their legs running, and get a feel of the young players as well, the up-and-coming players that will be the future of the club. So, yeah, it was good to see, man. And Aubameyang completely rested, not in the squad at all after his goal and then his miss in Europa League. Not a surprise. I don't think he's been involved in the FA Cup this season, so it's not a big surprise that he was left out. And he's gone with Eddie Nketiah up top. Martinez started in goal. Socrates came in at right back, which may surprise some, especially with Maitland-Niles on the bench. Cedric not yet fit to start for Arsenal. And new boy, Pablo Mari, started for Arsenal as well, alongside David Luiz. At the back, it was Torreira and Guendouzi. Torreira, who's lost his place recently in the starting 11 to Dani Ceballos. Started with Guendouzi, and then we had a front four of Nelson right wing, Martinelli left wing, Joe Willett playing just behind Eddie Nketiah. Yeah, man. So in terms of the actual game, as I said, I'm quite happy with the result. In terms of where we played, it wasn't the best first half performance. The first half sort of dragged on a bit. We had a big injury in the first half, actually. Torreira going down, which looked initially like a serious knee injury. He was stretched off in about the 20th minute. Dani Ceballos came on. And actually, Dani Ceballos played really, really well in that role. And he's actually playing arguably his best football in that role in a 4-2-3-1. When he first came, at the start of the season, he played sort of like in number 10, maybe like third CM, but never in a number 2 under Emery. Looks like Arteta's just wants him to be the link man, but a bit further back. And it's working really well. He's finding the passes, he's cute on the ball, very smart to play with as well. I wasn't sure whether we needed a sort of 2 rugged number DMs like Torreira and Xhaka, who are still, for me, feel like are the best 2 in there. But Dani Ceballos does give you something a bit different. He's a ball player. So as well as he can sort of, win the ball, he can look up and keep his head forward and pass it. Sometimes Torreira and Xhaka aren't necessarily like that. So it's good to have someone different in there. Anyway, he came on and, yeah, he was brilliant today. Finding these sort of short, quick passes, good movement across the pitch. Couple of half chances, I think, in the first half. Nelson fired a ball in, Martinelli headed it over the bar. And then just before half-time, it was a Nelson corner, headed away, and coming back out to Nelson on the right wing. Loads and loads of space, fizzed the ball into the area, and Socrates Papastopoulos scored for Arsenal. Good fired finish, actually, from Socrates. He came to him very quick, but hit like a striker. He just pinged it into the back of the net. Not the first time he's done done that for Arsenal. And yeah, good goal. Good time to get it as well. Just literally 45 minutes plus 4 because of the Torreira injury when he put the ball in the net. So great time to score a goal, which makes Arteta's team talk at half-time a little bit more easier and no pressure as much going to that second half. And we stepped up the game from there, really. Got the second goal. Reece Nelson again, great ball out wide, fizzed in. Eddie Nketiah, first shot was sort of saved and he sort of flicked it into the back of the net. And I just want to talk about Eddie because, you know, at the start of the season I wasn't overly impressed that he was sent out on loan to Leeds, but I hear it, I understand why, just to get that bit of experience. But the fact that he was being benched every game, he was scoring goals and still being benched, just weren't happy with that. And so I'm so glad that we recalled him and so glad that we kept him because I think he's going to be a big part of not just the squad this year, but in the future. And I really, really like him. He's a goal poacher. He's not the, you know, Aubameyang, cut-in, bang, top bins, you know, edge of the area sort of stuff. He's the poacher kind of striker. And I love them, man, because sometimes you need them. He doesn't play if he's necessarily back to goal. He likes to sort of run in behind as well. And yeah, we need those sort of players as well. You know, we've got Laka, who likes to play with his back to goal. Aubameyang, who does like to run in behind, but he's sort of the bigger guy and sometimes gets put out wide. But Eddie's the one, he wants to be in the box. He wants to get them tap-ins. He loves a tap-in. He will take 28 tap-ins, goals all season. You know what I mean? Someone a little bit like Ian Wright kind of reminds me of that sort of player. Just wants to get in behind and just wants to get his name on the score sheet. So very, very happy for Eddie, man. And yeah, just hope he continues to do that in the chart. And you know what I mean? The Europa League's done. I said it last week. The Premier League is basically done, in my opinion. So he will get a lot of chances this season. The FA Cup, obviously, we're still in it. Just have to see who we get. So let's just hope that he does really step up the game. And who knows? You know, talks about Aubameyang leave for next season. Is Eddie ready to really step up to say, I want to be, you know, the number one striker? We'll have to wait and see in this game. But then, you know what? One thing I really liked, and probably the thing I liked the most about the performance today, was the control at 2-0. Against Olympiacos, we were 1-0 up. It was like sit back, defend deep, and just hope that we don't concede. And in the end, we conceded a goal. This was a lot more of a rugged but smart play. We didn't sit back. I know it's only Portsmouth, but you know, you got to take every game as it comes, and it could have been a big upset, especially coming into this after the back of a defeat. You know, heads may not be in the right position after that it was a big load to drop, you know, to lose to Olympiacos, so had to get the heads up very quickly. But everyone sort of defended in their same positions. Mari, brilliant performance from Mari in his debut for Arsenal today. Really controlled at the back with David Luiz, and they look really good together. Clearing balls, heading balls away, passing, ball to feet. A left-footed player was there as well. It was weird to see David Luiz on the right side of the defence and someone else on the left side. But you could tell, you know, ball came to him on his left foot and he just touched it and moved forward because, you know, that's what he can do on that side. So, yeah, very happy with him. And I got a shout out again. Another great performance from Bukayo Saka. Guy's got everything. You know, he bombs forward at left-back. And it was interesting today Ceballos doing the Xhaka job of dropping back into left back when he bombs forward, and he was literally going, couple of shots, couple of driven crosses, almost turned into an assist as well. So you know the kid's got a bright future, and I just love to see him progress at Arsenal, man. I really, really like the way he plays football. Really like the way he controls the ball, the way he crosses the ball. His pace is ridiculous, and he's growing in confidence. You could tell maybe 6 months ago this would have been a game to try and impress yourself. No, you're first team now. You're good. You just do what you do. You know, against Portsmouth, and he did very, very well. And I'm very happy with him. Yeah, I'm going to end it with my man of the match today, really, and I have to give it to Reece Nelson. Again, someone who I'm quite critical of with Reece, just because I know his potential and I know what he can do in the future. I see him in youth games doing things that, I don't know, people might lynch me for this, but doing things that Serge Gnabry was doing when he was a young kid at Arsenal. I saw him come through and you know, look how he's turned out to be. And I saw the stuff from Reece in youth doing that and not really necessarily producing on the in the first team, which frustrated me because I really want to see him grow. I really want to see him develop into a very good winger for Arsenal and potentially for England as well. I think he's got that potential. He just needs to just keep his head and keep doing what he's doing. And today, 2 great assists, 2 great balls into the box. And that he needs to just keep doing, man. Keep finding the striker in there. You play with someone like Eddie, you fizz balls in and he'll get on the end of it. Today was Socrates as well. People like Laka, Aubameyang, they'll love those sort of balls in. Sometimes, the big problem you have with Pepe sometimes is that he likes to do too much trickery. He's a left-footed player playing out wide, so he wants to cut in and cut back out and cut in again and sometimes try and curl at top bins. Where Reece is a bit the opposite. He's the right-footed player on the right wing, so he'll run at you and whip a ball in. And, we lack that a bit at Arsenal and someone to do that. Because even on the other side, you've got Aubameyang, Martinelli like to cut in, take the shot when they cut in. But, yeah, big shout out to Reece Nelson today. He done me very proud. I was very happy to see him do so well. And again, 11 games to go, whatever it is, the end of the season, he's going to get opportunities now. He needs to see him hopefully starting some games to try and push Pepe on. We want competition for places. We can't just have someone like Pepe being allowed to just play every week because he's cost a certain amount. We want players to push him further so he develops and so Reece develops as well as a player. And I'm sure over time, we can get players that move around. Reece maybe have to play left wing as Pepe plays right, or vice versa. And let's just use the squad to push each other on as we go on. So, yeah, overall, very happy, man. Into the next round. And, we'll see how we go, man. This may be the cup that salvages our season. You know what I mean? The FA Cup's been kind to us over the years. Of course, no side ever in English football has won more FA Cups than Arsenal. So, who knows, man? It may be another love story coming up.